Now that we know how to find a formula for an arithmetic sequence, let's look at how to find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence. Let a sub n be the arithmetic sequence with first term a sub 1 and common difference of d. The sum of s sub n is going to be the first n terms of a sub n might be found using two ways. The traditional way is going to be a sub n is going to be equal to the first term plus the second term plus the third term plus the nth term. Okay, the new way s sub n is going to be equal to basically the formula is going to be n divided by 2 times the first element plus the nth element of your sequence. Okay, where this formula comes from. Okay, so this formula comes from another idea, the summation from, let's call the index k equals 1 to n. Okay, and then you have that the summation is a1 plus k minus 1 times d, that it's basically a formula related with the nth term. Okay, so this is going to be equal to n divided by 2 parenthesis or bracket 2a sub 1 plus n minus 1 d. Okay, so this is equal to this, and this formula comes from this too, but basically what you need to remember is this one. Okay, so that's the one that we're going to use. I'm just wanting to let you know where this is coming from, that it's not that magical. So let's read this problem. Find the sum of the first n terms of the sequence 4n plus 2. Okay, since you want to find the sum, what you want to find here is s sub n. Okay, that's what we want to find. So to find s sub n, according to the previous theorem, we know that we need a1 and an. Let me show you here and here. Okay, so we're going to use that formula. Okay, so the first thing that we need to find is a1. a1, if we plug 1 here, you have that 4 plus 2 is going to be 6. And then a sub n is going to be 4n plus 2. Okay, using the formula that we had from the previous theorem, you have that s sub n is going to be equal to n divided by 2 times 6 plus 4n plus 2. Okay, because it's the formula, if you don't remember, I'm going to write it here, is s sub n is equal to n divided by 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. Okay, so you know that this is this and this one is this one. Okay, so now that you have this, you are like, okay, I can add like terms, meaning you have this equation. Okay, you have 8 plus 4n. Okay, then you're like, oh, I can divide 8 by 2 and 4 by 2, and then I can distribute the n, indeed. Okay, so you know that this is going to be equal to 4n plus 2n squared. Okay, so basically here your conclusion is going to be that s sub n is going to be equal to this. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's your answer. Okay, if you want to find the sum, okay, and you have some numbers, let's see what they have in common. Okay, 52, 57, 62, 67 plus 122. Okay, so you're going to tell me, what can we do? And here they are asking you to find the sum. Okay, so again, they are asking you about basically some kind of sum. Okay, so the first term, okay, what you know, this is the first term. So a1 is 52. Okay, you know that a sub 2 is 57 and so forth. Okay, you realize that the common difference from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, okay, it's going to be 5. Okay, so your common difference is 5. The nth term, what we call s sub n, is going to be 122. Basically, we don't know what's the n. Okay, so, but we know a formula from the previous page. Okay, so we know that 122, that it's my nth term, is going to be equal to a1, which is 52, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Okay, and then if I find my n, I can find the basically how many terms I have here adding. Okay, so I do this operation using basic algebra. I have that this is going to be 70 equals 5 times n minus 1 because I passed this one to the other side, nothing too scientific. Okay, from here I have that this, if I divide by 5 both sides, I have that this is 14 equals n minus 1. I pass this one to the other side, having that n is 13. So the sum that I want to find here, the question is basically s sub 13. Okay, so now this makes my life super simple because I'm looking for s sub 13. You know that it's n divided by 2. Your n in this situation is 13 divided by 2 times a1, which you know that it's 52, plus an, that you know that your an is in a13, okay, which is 122. And then you plug this in the calculator and you have that this is 1305, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's your answer. Okay, now the last example that we have over here is the first row of seats in a corner of the stadium section has 20 seats. There are 40 rows in the section, with each row having 2 more seats than the row in the front. How many seats are in that section of the stadium? Okay, so we have kind of like the stadium is here. Okay, then we have this kind of situation, okay, something like this, okay, with rows. Okay, so you know that it's increasing dot 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 here. Okay, so what you know is that the first row has how many? 20 seats. Okay, so from that you know that it has 20 seats. Okay, after that, what happens? Okay, you know that there are 40 rows. Okay, information 40 rows total. Okay, so what are you looking for? If there's 40 rows, what you are looking for, you are looking s sub 40. Okay, that's basically the missing item. Okay, so you know that this s sub 40 is going to be equal to what? 20 plus 22 plus 24 plus dot 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 dot. I mean, you can do this 40 times, right? But it's quite tedious. Okay, so when you know better, you know that the n term, we can use the n term formula. Okay, so we can do 20 plus 39 times 2. Why we're using this? Because the common difference is, in case that you didn't realize, a1 is 20 and the common difference is 2, so that's why I have here my 20, because I'm finding the n term. Okay, so from here, what are you going to do? You just know, pretty easy. You're like, why in the world I'm doing this if I can just use the formula that we learned back in the other page? Okay, you know that this formula is going to be n divided by 2 times a1 plus an. Your n in this situation is 40, therefore is 40 divided by 2 times my a1 is 20 plus a sub n is going to be all the situation that if you do this operation, this is going to be 98. Okay, and then you have that all the situation, which is going to be 20 plus this is going to be equal to 2360 seats. So that's the total number of seats in this side of the stadium, and that's pretty much it.